Hello there, my girls, gays, theys, and token straights. Today I'm going to be cleaning some makeup that my neighbor gifted me. If you're watching, neighbor, thank you so much, you slay, and shout out to you. I was gonna do a blind react to the makeup I got, and I did, but my phone decided to glitch out and delete it. This is like the second time this week my phone has deleted stuff. And part of it is because I have big fat fingers and I'm clumsy with them. Anywho, with that being said, today we'll be doing part 1 of this video. We're cleaning all the powdered makeup. The rest of the makeup will be cleaned in the next video. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all and say the next few videos are probably gonna be a bit lower energy than the rest of my videos. I am disabled, and even though, as far as I know, all of my disabilities are mental, they sometimes can and do cause physical symptoms such as fatigue, stomach problems, and pain. And I'm just going through one of those periods of symptoms right now. Hopefully this will clear up in a day or two and we can go back to my normal content. I was actually supposed to do drag makeup and film a bunch of videos today, but I'm pushing it back to tomorrow so I don't overwork myself and burn myself out with the little energy I do have. Despite these setbacks, even on these days, I work hard to try and make content that y'all will enjoy. So I'd really appreciate it if you could support me and watch this video all the way through. Give it a like, comment some nice things underneath, and share it with someone who you think would enjoy. And if you haven't already, give me a follow. Your all's support means the world to me, and I really appreciate you. That being said, let's talk about this makeup. So this is a bronzer. I've actually never owned bronzer in my life, which is such a weird thing to say as someone who is both a drag queen and went to cosmetology school for a period in their life. I've actually had this question in my head for a while, but I'm wondering, how many drag queens have been to cosmetology school, and if so, how many have graduated and how many have dropped out like me? If you are a fellow drag queen, leave your answer to that question in the comments below. Now, this bronzer took the longest of all the makeup to clean, and that is probably because I was overthinking it, and it got everywhere. I also made the horrible decision of wearing a white skirt while cleaning these palettes. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea, but it is what it is. I also forgot to scrape the top layer off before completely demolishing it and repressing it. So if there was bacteria in there, I guess I'll have to cope and or die. We'll find out. After scraping it out, I used my finger with a plastic covering to pat it down and compact the powder. It took a few tries to get this right, and even then, I don't think it was perfect, but that's okay. I spritzed some water on the top to try to make it stick together better, and I tried to smooth it out using a Q-tip, but that just caused a big mess. It's okay though, it is what it is, and it's still really good. Then I got to this beautiful 4-piece eyeshadow. I dusted the tops off to get any dirty makeup off to the best that it can be, at least. And of course, use a Q-tip around the edges to clean the dividers. It took me a minute until I was satisfied with the results, but sometimes that's the best you can do. I of course cleaned the interior and exterior parts that weren't the makeup with a Clorox wipe to get any excess makeup and or germs off. While this process was frustrating, it also was really satisfying to do. I guess it's not even that frustrating, it's just like when you have too much of a good thing, you know? Like if you play too much Animal Crossing, it starts stressing you out. Anywho, on to our next palette. This one has a mirror. I really like the palettes with mirrors. I feel like they make my life so much easier. And this palette has a bunch of beautiful natural and neutral colors. While I don't use neutrals that much in my makeup, since I prefer using bold colors for drag, I can still appreciate the beauty of the color choice in this palette. I definitely will try to have some more earthy sort of looks for my drag in the future. I was already planning on doing some nymph makeup, but now this inspires me to do that even more, since there are a lot of earthy tones in this that I can use for some wonderful foresty eyeshadow looks. Like before, I'm just scraping off the top layer of the eyeshadow just to give it a good little clean, even if it's not that good of a clean. I'd also like to mention the bottom of the eyeshadow palette. It has a place where you can hold your tools, which I think is so nice and so cool. Definitely kind of fancy. I don't think I've ever had an eye palette like this. Usually when something says professional on it, I'm skeptical and I'm like, this is most likely a capitalistic cash grab. And most of the time it is, but I'll give this one credit that it does seem fancier than a lot of other eyeshadow palettes, at least when it comes to design. Most eyeshadow palettes that I've seen at least don't have both a place to hold your brush and a mirror. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Now it's time to clean my foams. One of these foams is mine. It's the one from the last long video that I've procrastinated cleaning, and the other one is from my neighbor's. It says Lucky Charms on it. I don't think I've ever seen makeup products with the name of a cereal on it, though I have seen ones with like Hot Cheetos written on it. I don't understand the appeal, but see you in part 2.